Hello everyone present here virtually. I am Rutuja here and I welcome you all for today's session, which is titled as Critical Assessment of Personality and Career Choice in 21st Century. And presenting this session, we have with us our today's expert. Hello everyone present here. Obaji Sizoba Godwin. Obaji Sizoba Godwin is currently working as a consultant clinical psychologist at Better Women Initiatives for Health and Rights. Also a visiting consultant clinical psychologist at Brave Heart Clinic and Downtown Clinic Annex. He had completed his MSc in clinical psychology from Nigerian Defense Academy and his BSc in psychology from Ebony State University. He has delivered public lectures on different topics such as anger management and relationship, molding a child in 21st century, facts and figures about personality, effective parenting style, and many others. His research area include but not limited resilience, marital satisfaction, personality, depression, etc. He has successfully handled a lot of psychological cases relating to marital and relationship issues, drugs and substance addiction, anxiety, stress, and so many others. He operates online and offline as an independent therapist to render psychological services. Without wasting much time, you may start now, sir.
Okay. Good morning from here, everyone. Just like the presenter just described me, I'm an independent therapist currently practicing with Greater Women Initiative. Without wasting much of our time, I would like to go straight to the point so that everybody who is following will have facts and figures that he is going home with, because this session will not just be a presentation arena. It will be a room. There will be room for everybody to ask questions so that I'll be able to attend to some psychological need of some persons that are participating here. So I think, I don't know if it is necessary I on my video so that they can see me as I'm speaking. Hello, presenter. Is anyone hearing me? Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Do I need to on my video so that the participants can be seeing my face?
Oh, okay, sir.
Okay. So good morning, everyone. I'm by name Obaji Chizoba Godwin, your presenter of today, and I'll be presenting on critical assessments of personality and career choice in the 21st century. This topic is an interesting topic, and I believe we all will enjoy the topic by the end of this session. But in a presentation like this, I normally love to start by asking questions, and maybe possibly if anyone who is participating in the program can rightly answer it, then I'll be glad, because it's an interactive session that I will say my own, you will say your own, then we rub minds together so that learning will take place. Because I see this opportunity as a time for me to impart knowledge on people, especially for people to see the need to seek psychological help at any point in time. I start by welcoming everybody here. I don't know if it will be possible. Maybe we on our cameras as well so that we say hi to each other and see our beautiful and handsome faces and say hi before we start properly. As you can see my own face now, I would love also to see your own face so that we exchange pleasantries then before I start the presentation properly.
Hello.
Yeah, do you hear what I said? Hello, everyone.
Yeah,
I said, yes, can we see? Yeah, can we see the faces of each other as I continue this presentation, or should I just go ahead and start with the presentation?
Yeah, sure. You can start your presentation.
Okay.
Yeah,
There's
it is
no
a
problem.
one-side presentation, sir.
Okay, okay. Thank you all. Thank you for listening. Just like I introduced myself, I'm by name Obachi Godwin, a practicing clinical psychologist. I welcome you to this great presentation. The topic is critical assessment of personality and career choice in the 21st century. And on this topic, we'll be talking about what is actually a century. What do we mean when we say century? Then we will be enlightened on understanding the statistics behind the count of century. Then we will also talk about career choice. We talk about career path, what it requires to make an informed decision about one's career. So we will talk about personality, and we will consult some books of authority that we use in psychology, such as the DSM-5 and the ICD-11. Then the DSM-5 simply means Diagnostic Statistical Manual for Mental Disorders that we use in assessment. Then we have the ICD-11, which talks about International Classification of Disease. So all those things are book of authority that we are going to consult. We are going to bring out some information. What are they actually saying about personality? What are they actually saying about career choice? Is career choice necessary in this particular point in time? Yes, it is very, very important. Then from what I have here, we all know that life is a voyage. Life is a journey with series of choices. And at any point in time, we are expected to make choice. As you make your choice, another thing that follows is decision. If you are not very good in decision making, you will find it very difficult to make your career choice. And choice and decision are inevitable in every sphere of life. So it is needed by everyone. Everybody needs it as far as you are breathing. Over the years to date, career choice has been a critical challenge among all ages. But with digital upgrades and significant psychological improvements in the 21st century, this issue can be addressed in a comprehensible manner, especially as we look forward in this presentation to blend personality and career choice in this August presentation. On this, I welcome every one of us, all our listeners from all over the world who key into this presentation. I assure you that you are not going to live here empty, because you will live here with a bunch of knowledge that will help you to make an informed decision as far as career is concerned. Okay, so let's start by knowing what century. When you hear that word century, what's normally come to mind is 100 years. A century simply means 100 years. And within these 100 years, there's usually a rapid change that occurs both technologically and otherwise. Just for instance, when we grammatically say over a century years, it simply means more than 100 years. So we are currently in the 21st century. And in this 21st century, some refer to it as jet age because there is significant improvement in different aspects of life, both technologically, both in interpersonal relationship, just like in the case of COVID-19, which is an eye-opening to everybody. So the 21st century started in 2001. Currently, we are in 2022. Let me take you to the statistics that is behind the counting of century. For instance, now we are currently in 2022. Then if you minus 2022 from 2001, it is going to give you 21. That simply means the interpretation of this 21, this simply means that 21 years has gone in the 21st century. And I told you that century, what makes up a century is 100 years. Then if you bring 100, if you minus 100, if you minus 21 from 100, it is going to give you 79 years, which means in this 21st century, we still have 79 years to live before this 21st century will end. So, but with these 21 years that we have spent in this 21st century, a lot of things has happened. Considering the rapid changes that had occurred, both technologically and otherwise. With this simple analysis that I've given you, with this simple breakdown that I've given you concerning century now, you will agree with me that the best time to talk about personality and career choice is now, especially when we talk about the significant improvement in the technology of our time. Because many people are confused. Many people are just groping in the wall, in the ocean of darkness, not knowing what to do. Yes, there are much available opportunities that people can clutch in, both technologically and otherwise. But career is not just a job. Career is not just a job. It has to do with personal interests. So that is why this presentation will serve as an eye-opening to everyone, and whoever that wishes to see me or to consult me personally on career guidance or career counseling after this presentation, we feel free, because we will see the need to know that whatever we are doing in life that is not our interest will not last long. Whatever you are doing that does not give you joy, that you don't see future in it, you are only doing a job which can momentarily give you, maybe put food on your table for a while, but you don't enjoy doing it. So it can't take you far. So there are some synonyms that are related, like some of the terminologies that people use to describe career. Some refer to career as vocation, some refer to it as profession, some refer to it as occupation, some refer to it as line of this business, some refer to it as job, some refer to it as occupation. All these synonyms that people use to refer to career have significant role to play. Because when you refer to career as vocation, yes, it requires training. So when you refer to profession, it requires training. When you refer to it as occupation, it requires training. When you refer to it as line of business, it requires training, that you must be trained under an expert that will guide you on what to do and how to get it right. So in simple terms, a career is what you do for a living. Whatever that you are doing, that you are gaining experience, that you are gaining experience, that is where you want to be. But provided your career you are pursuing. We hear about career woman, career whatever, career girl, career this, career that. But in actuality, for us to make career decision, it's not usually easy for us to make career decisions, because to make a decision, you must first of all stand on the shoulder of a giant who has been in that field of your interests. So whatever you are doing currently and you are gaining experience towards that is a step that will take you to your career, where you want to be in life. Just like I told you from the beginning, that career is not just a job that you are doing. So whatever you are doing that you are gaining significant experience from, you are building a career in that. A career is an individual's lifelong journey that involves, when we say that a career is an individual's lifelong journey, it simply means that it has to be a personal decision. You have to make your personal decision that you want to embark on a journey, and that journey is what you will enjoy even in your old age. And that is why I said that career is not just a job. So career has to do with learning. It has to do with learning. It has to do with unlearning. It has to do with relearning. It has to do with working out plan. It has to do with engaging in formal training. So in regard to this, that career has to do with learning. Like whatever you want to be on this earth, you must be ready to learn. You must be open to learning, and you must be ready to unlearn some of those behaviors that will not help you to pursue that particular career. And you must be able to relearn, and you must be able to work out plans, and you must engage in what I call formal training. You must be trained, and in that training, you'll be equipped on how to function well in your career when you finally make your career decisions. A career could mean working as a doctor, working as a lawyer, working as a teacher, working as a carpenter, working as an assistant, working as an electrician, cashier, or head stylist. So it has to do with personal interest, because where I want to be in my next 10 years may not be where you want to be in your next 10 years. We all have our individual differences, but apart from these individual differences, there are some other things that brings us together. And what makes us professional colleagues is career. When we are in the same career, we grow together, we build together, we learn from each other together. And when you make that your informed decision that this is where you want to be, then you start moving towards there. Definitely, you will get there one day. But sometimes it requires you being patient enough and having resilience that will sustain that your passion. I hope we're together here. Hello?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, I hope we're together here. Hello? I hope you are hearing me loud and clear.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, I should go ahead. I don't know if anyone has any question to ask, or I should just continue.
Yes, sir. You can continue.
Okay. So when we talk about career choice now, then career choice has to do with the selection of a vocation or profession. When we talk about career choice, we're talking about you making choice of where you want to be and this choice comes as a result of your interests. It comes as a result of your life experiences that you have acquired in life. It comes as a result of where you want to be, where you want to spend your life. Because I told you that career is a lifelong journey that will take you even to your old age. It is not a job. Career is not just a job. So choosing a career is one of those momentous decisions that can change the course of your life. Such an important decision deserves considerable time. Deserves considerable time. Such informed decision deserves considerable time. So making career choice, one thing you have to consider is time. You give yourself time. You don't make decision in haste. Maybe because you needed it so fast, so whatever, but you must take your time to explore the career where you fit in. If you rush and make decision about your career, you will definitely rush out. It is that maybe when you have difficulty in that your career, you might not be able to sustain your resilience level or your endurance level to conquer that stage and enter another stage. That is why in a presentation like this, I used to advise people that it is very, very important that you take your time before you make your career decision. Another thing that is also needed while making your career decision is you have to introspect. You have to think very well. What am I made up of? What do I have to offer? Where am I doing well? Where do I think I will do well? You have to introspect. You have to introspect. Introspection has to do with thinking. Introspection has to do with you making what is called information interview. There are some, whatever you want to be, somebody somewhere must have been there before you. So you can consult people, okay, somebody who want to go into this career, what does it take? What are the likely challenges? Do you think I can make it to that level? So two things you have to consider, like I said, time and introspection. Then another thing you have to consider is self-examination. Before you make your career decision, you have to examine yourself and know what you are made up of. And the another thing is that you must be current in terms of information. You must be current in terms of information about that particular career that you want to choose. Because sometimes you might make decision about a particular career that you want to venture into, but you don't have much information about that career. You don't know whether it is marketable, is it current, is it still functional? Where will people access my service once I get to the peak of this career? So there are some certain things you need to consider while making your career choice. One is time, self-examination, and information interview. So self-examination can help you to choose a satisfying career that you will enjoy for years to come. Sometimes it is not all about the money. It is not all about the monetary value. There are some services, some are happy that they are teacher, and that is where they want to be. That if you want them to become the president of your country, they will tell you no. It will take away my peace of mind. I'm happy being a teacher. I'm happy being a lawyer. I'm happy being a doctor. Just like myself, I'm happy being a clinical psychologist. And no matter what others are earning in other discipline, I am happy that I'm practicing what I've studied for years because it was my passion to practice it. And today, I am a consultant. So a career path, now let's talk about career path. Career path is a particular sequence of job that helps you to progress towards your career goals. Take for instance, if I want to be a doctor, that does not stop me from gaining experience from other disciplines. I can clutch other disciplines to gain experience from there as I'm moving towards my career. It is not that maybe I'll be too strict that I'm going to be a doctor, I'm going to be a doctor, I'm going to be a doctor, then I will forget that there are some other experiences that I need to gather before becoming a doctor. So career path is a particular sequence of jobs that help you to progress towards your career goal. Now, I will be taking you to what is called process of choosing a career path. One of the process of choosing a career path often involves decision making. For you to choose a career path, one of the things that is involved is decision making. And for you to be good in decision making, you must be ready. You must have acquired certain experiences in life before you can be able to make decision. And there are, if you make any decision based on maybe your own subjective feeling, you may not succeed in that career. That is why I said that information is very important. You need others. Others need you as well. You can consult people. Okay, I have interest in this social place. Please, can you advise me about it? So when you gather information and based on your life experiences, both positive life experiences and negative life experiences, some calls it significant life experiences and insignificant life experiences. But both that significant life experiences and insignificant life experiences, all of them comes together when you are making your decision. So in decision making, it has to do with you making informed decision. Informed decision in the sense that you have made a lot of consultation about that career, then you have come to the conclusion, you know what it takes to be in that career, and you know the price to pay for you to succeed and sustain that career. That is why decision making is one of the process of choosing a career. One, you must be good in decision making. If you are not good in decision making, you may not go far in that career. Another thing that is needed in choosing a career path is choice. Choice. In choosing a career, choice is inevitable. You must be ready to make a choice, and that choice must come from inside. It will not be based on your father, based on his own suggestion, your parents, based on their own life experiences, they can suggest, okay, I want you to be a doctor. But if being a doctor is not what you want, you have the right to say, Daddy, that is not what I want to be. Your daddy might be suggesting that he wants you to be a doctor, but you want to be a photographer. And that is your passion. That is the career you want to pursue. And when you are there, you'll be happy. You'll be happy not just because of the money in there, you'll be happy not because of whatever you are getting there, but you are happy you are following your heart. So career choice has to do with personal choice. You have to make your choice. And that choice, you expect a price that you must pay towards that choice. Another way of choosing a career path is through training. Through training. When you begin to make consultation on what it takes for you to be in a particular career or for you to succeed in a particular career, you have to know what are the training needed. Do I have what it takes? Just like being a doctor, one of my doctor friend once told me that during the course of their training, sometimes they will take them to mortuary and lock them up there for 30 minutes or maybe for 1 hour. So, take for instance, you are such a person that cannot endure. You are such a person that you are too restless. So that means you may not be able to do well in that career of being a doctor because your heart cannot carry it. Your thinking cannot carry it. Your attitude cannot carry it. So your career, the career path that you will take will be a path where your thinking can carry, your heart can sustain it, and your attitude can sustain it. And all these things comes through training. It is only in training that you will be able to sustain your career or take it to any dimension or direction that you want it. So another fact that you need in choosing your career path is education. One of my friends once told me that education is not just the key to success, and going to school is not just maybe for you to be employed. So then I asked him, what was the essence of education? He told me vividly that education has to do with enlightenment. It opens a way for you to clutch informations and available opportunities. So if you want to succeed in any career you find yourself, being a teacher, a lawyer, a psychologist, or whatsoever, you must be open to learning. And that learning might take shape or take two dimensions, either in a formal way or in an informal way. If learning is not part of that your career, then you may not actually go far in that career. So education must be one of your priority. You must be ready to learn, unlearn, and relearn for you to succeed in any career that you find yourself. I hope we are following. Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, any questions so far?
No, sir.
Okay, I should just go ahead.
Okay.
Is there any participant that want to ask any question based on what I've delivered, or should I just continue? Hello. Please, if you have any question, don't hesitate, just type it, then I will reply to you, and I will talk about it here.
No one have any
Hello,
questions,
moderator.
You can
okay, there's
continue.
no question.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we are talking about processes of choosing a career path. One, I told you that it involves decision making, it involves choice, it involves training, it involves education. Another one, it also involves goal setting. When we talk about goal setting, when you have any career, that you want to venture into, you have to set a goal, both financial goal. Financial goal is very, very important. What does it take financially to be in this discipline? What does it take for me to succeed and sustain this career that I want to take? Do I have all the available resources? So when you make your goal, that's what is called SMART analysis, and that's what is called goal analysis that you can use in setting your goal. Maybe in our next presentation, we will talk about decision making and goal setting, where I can elaborately discuss what it takes to make an informed decision that you will not regret in a nearby future. So another thing that it takes in choosing a career path is planning. Planning. When we talk about planning, it is not just about having it in your head, maybe, but when you have it in your head, you have to pen it down in your jotter that this is the direction I want to go. Because if you can think it, then link it with your pen, then your career has started. But if you only think it, one day you will wake up from your sleep and you may not even remember that you have a focus somewhere. So it is usually necessary that when you think it, you link it with your pen by writing it down in your jotter so that it will be a constant reminder that this is what I want to be. This is what makes me happy. And if I am there today, I will never regret it. So then another thing that it takes in choosing a career path is what I call SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis. Then when we talk about this SWOT analysis, we are talking about SWOT analysis. We are talking about your strength. You consider the strength that you have that will sustain you in that discipline or that career that you want to choose. SWOT analysis. So I just typed it now on the comment section, the SWOT analysis. So the S there, the first S stand for strength. Do I have strength to succeed in this discipline, in this career? Then the W there stand for weakness. What are my strengths and weaknesses if I finally choose this career as where I want to specialize, as where I want to spend my entire life serving others? Then another thing you need to consider are the opportunities. What are the opportunities that I should expect if I am in this career? Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Please,
So
can
you
you on your camera? Can you on your camera? Let me see your face. So we are talking about critical assessment of career, of personality and career choice in the 21st century. It is actually a wonderful presentation, and I'm glad, I'm honored for being called for this great presentation. And I believe the listeners are actually enjoying the presentation. Just that I was expecting that some of them will be bombarding me with a lot of questions, but anyway, maybe at the end of the presentation, I'll be expecting your questions as well, so that we rub minds together, and I can as well provide career counseling after the session before we end the presentation. So I want the presenter, the moderator there, to please on her camera so that at least let me see her face. Even you, our participant, you can as well on your camera. You are seeing me, so I would wish to see you as well.
No, sir, it's one-side presentation, sir.
You say?
It's one-side presentation,
Hello?
sir. Hello?
Okay. What do you say?
It's one-side presentation, sir.
Okay, is it after the presentation, Abby? Okay. So we are talking about career choice, the process of okay. 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 I got your message. So we're talking about process of choosing a career path. And I told you that it often involves decision, it involves choice, it involves training, it involves education, it involves goal setting, both financial goal setting and others. It involves planning. Mostly it involves SWOT analysis. You check your strengths, you check your weaknesses, you check the opportunities in there, then you check the possible competition you are going to face in that career. Then another way of choosing a career path is that you need to make a list of different careers. Then you begin to assess yourself, where do I fit in? What does it take to venture into this career? So once you know what it takes to venture into a particular career, then you will come up with a decision that will guide you to do well in that career. Another thing that is needed for you to make a career choice is information interview. Sometimes you need to step out and ask people, maybe those in that field or those that are not in that field of career that you want to choose. You step out and ask people, okay, please, I have interest in this, so in this particular career, I have interest in this particular career. What do you know about it? Can you advise me about it? Then if you are able to get some information that will help you to make informed decision in that career, possibly your career has started. Then readiness, you must be ready to pay the price that is required of you to succeed in any particular career. Then value and social needs. As you're making your career choice, you have to understand what is the value of this career in this century. Does this career still have value? Is it marketable? What are the opportunities? So you have to know the value of the career you are making, and you have to understand the social need, why that career is needed in that particular century. Is it needed in this century? How possible? What are the opportunities am I likely going to clutch when I venture into this career? Then after that, we go to what is called career action plan. Okay, now you have come up with informed decision. You want to be a lawyer. What is your action plan of getting it done? I used to tell people in my clinic, see, there is only one thing that we all need at any point in time. And that particular thing that we all need is action. Just take, for instance, when I say I'm going to be the speaker, when I agreed I'm going to be the speaker of today's presentation, if I didn't take action by meeting up with time, I might be living in the illusion that I want to make presentation, but still I am not ready. I don't have action plan. I don't have anything to present. I'll be talking out of points. So when you are ready, when you have made informed decision that you want to venture into a particular career, you have to make what is called career action plan. How do you want to go about it? I want to be a lawyer. I want to be this. Okay, in your college, you have to make the decision maybe while you are still in the college, so that you know, first of all, you go for career counseling, where you know what the career counselor will tell you what it takes to be there that you want to be, so that you will not make mistakes. And that particular place that you want to be must be a place that interests you. You must follow it up with passion and ambition. What do you want to actualize when you actually see yourself in that particular career? It is also important that while choosing a career path, that you stand on the shoulder of a giant. That helps you to easily get to where you want to be. Then you have also to consider your work style. Your work style, your lifestyle. Okay, are you such a person that can start let's say, for instance, are you such a person that can sit down for hours without complaining? Or you are just such a person that is hyperactive, that you cannot stay for 1 hour? That means if you are not such a person that are resilient enough, then you are not likely going to do well in being a doctor. You must have the resilience to be. You must be resilient enough to at a point in time. You must accommodate stress. So when you check your work style, your lifestyle, all those things are important as you are choosing a career path. Now, just like I told you that there's the difference between job and career. Yes, job is one of the synonym of career, but job and career are not the same thing, and they can never be the same. Let me take you through what job is. A job is a work activity that you take up and get paid for those certain tasks you performed. Which means a job can be momentarily. Let's, for instance, a bricklayer, maybe if the wall of my house fall, then I need a bricklayer to come and help me renovate it. Then I will call the bricklayer will come and do the job. But that does not mean that it's a career, it's a job. Once he finishes the contract, everything goes, because that particular job, that particular work is a job. You do your job, you get your pay, but it will not sustain you to your old age. I don't know if somebody is getting my point here. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Getting my point. I hope you are getting my point.
Hello.
Huh?
What's
Yeah,
it?
I hope we're together. Hello.
Hello.
I hope we're together.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. I should go ahead. Let me hear from you. I should go ahead with the presentation. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to explain the difference between job and career. That job is something, is momentary, something that you perform and get paid immediately. That does not mean it's a career. But okay, on the other side, let's now see, however, a career might last for the individual's entire life. Just like I'm a clinical psychologist and I'm happy practicing this discipline, even till the day I will die, I'll be happy to practice this discipline as a psychologist. So I'm working where I'm working now, I'm working there as a clinical psychologist. I'm fulfilling my passion and I am currently practicing, and that is where I want to be. If I like, I might work here to the day I will die and I will be happy. But job is what you do and get your pay immediately and everything goes. So there's the difference between job and what? Career. Is there any question to this?
No, sir, you can continue.
Okay. So career often consists of all the jobs you have done in your choosing industry and progressed through during your career, regardless of whether or not they are associated with each other. Now, let's talk about the main thing that brought us here. What we have been saying is part of the presentation, but now I want to take you to another aspect of the presentation, which is personality, where a lot of people are making mistakes because they have been brainwashed by those who are not authority in the discipline that what matters is attitude and not personality. In this presentation, I am here to tell you that attitude is just a social construct. Is a social construct. It has to do with approach. But when you talk about personality, personality has to do with our way of thinking, our way of feeling, and our way of acting. In the sense that personality is a unique characteristic of an individual. Unique. Remember, underline that word, unique. Unique characteristics of an individual that distinguish him from another person. So sometimes people misplace what personality is to what attitude, and say what personality stands for is then attitude, and then attitude goes for personality. No. Attitude, just like I said, is a social construct that has to do with approach, our approach to things. But when we talk about personality, personality has to do with unique characteristics of an individual that makes him different and similar to each other or to another person. So personality and career choice, why it is very, very important, especially in this 21st century, is that once you know your personality, making your decision on the career that where you can be and be successful will be very, very easy. And that is why I do advise people in such program like this that it is very, very important that you go for personality test. Just like in the case of marriage, sometimes people only go for genotype test and blood group test, to know if they are compatible. But there is one significant thing that they used to neglect, and that is personality compatibility. There are two persons that can be genetically compatible, and in the other aspect, in their blood group, they are compatible. But when you talk about personality compatibility, they are very far from each other. And that is why some marriages are not working today. You will agree with me that personality speaks volume about everybody. Your personality is what you carry, what you are. It has to do with your thinking process. It has to do with your feeling. It has to do with your action. It has to do with social construct. Our approach to things, that is the dimension of attitude. But when we talk about personality, personality is that particular thing in you that makes you different. And when you discover that particular thing in you that makes you different, then you are likely to make an informed decision of the career that where you will do well. So if you don't know your personality type, you are not going to make a good career decision. But if you know your personality, of course, your personality can predict your career. Research has shown that somebody's personality can predict where he will do well in life. Just like when we talk about personality, the classification of personality, when we talk about type A personality and type B personality, a type A personality can be so hyperactive, he may not be able to endure a rigorous training, and he is prone to heart attack. So somebody who has a type A personality and refuses to be trained to have enough resilience that will help him to sustain a particular career, that person may not actually do well in a career where he found him or herself. Because, take for instance, I as a clinical psychologist, being in my office like this, and maybe I'll be so hyperactive, walking up and down, people will be seeing me, are you sure this person is normal? Then I will not maintain what is called clinical attitude. Therefore, I jeopardize my career because my personality cannot carry it. But if, like the personality I have that kind of resilience, I have a resilience that is big enough to carry the discipline, to carry my practice. And that's why when they requested that they need somebody to make presentation on career choice, I quickly key in because I've been looking for opportunity to tell people about their career choice, that it has to do with their personality. There are some persons who are into a particular job today. Yes, they are earning a lot of money there, but deep inside them, they are still not satisfied because there's a place they want to be, there's a career they want to build. Some of them, they think it is already late, that they can just manage. No, it is not yet late. The only thing is go for career counseling. What does it take for me to go there? So our personality has something to say. It has something to do with our career choice. Research has shown that your personality can go a long way to tell where you do well and where you not do well. And that is why our society today is lacking joy, is lacking happiness, because most of us, sometimes you see somebody who studied, who is a medical doctor, working as a musician in a music industry. Then you'll be asking yourself, what actually happened? Is it that the father made the decision or choose that career path for him? Now is the right time for us to allow our children to follow their heart. Where do they want to be? We support them until they get there and they will be happy with us. So personality is what is needed before career choice. Before anybody can be able to make an informed decision concerning his career path, you must first of all go for personality assessment to know where you will do well. Just like some classifications of personality, when we talk about sanguine, somebody who has a sanguine personality tend to be more extrovert, enjoys being part of a crowd. Sanguine personality is typically described as highly talkative, Then they are social individuals, then and they enjoy they seek risk-seeking behavior. They are more risk-seeking behavior. They have what is called risk-seeking behavior, in the sense that they talk too much, their social life is usually balanced, but they have their own fault as well. There are some careers where they will feature well, and there are some careers where they will not feature well. That is why this presentation, critical assessment of personality and career choice in the 21st century, is very, very important, not just for those that participate, but for everybody. In this presentation, I was expecting maybe a lot of people to key in, but to my greatest surprise, we are just few here. But that does not mean, all I know is that the knowledge I'm imparting is going far. And when we take this message to other people, they will get to know, yes, they need for somebody to go for personality assessment before he makes his or her career. And in terms of personality development, a child personality starts to develop when the child is 3 months old. From 3 months old to 5 years, the personality of that child is already developed. So the earlier we go for personality assessment, the better we make informed decision about our career choice. Especially when some certain things seem contradictory. Everybody want to blow. Nobody want to look inward. So it is being made up of. So it is time we have that deep inside us and know the personality we are carrying, our personality. Every other thing around us can change, but our personality is one of the things that will follow us to our grave. So we need to go for personality assessment and make our career choice. When you go for personality assessment before making your career choice, it makes things easy. When you go for career counseling before making your career choice, it makes things easy. It helps you to make informed decision. And when you make informed decision, you'll be happy with yourself in the career path that you have taken. I hope somebody is listening. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, I hope somebody is listening there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, is there any questions so far?
No, sir. Most of the participants are live on YouTube and Facebook, sir.
Okay, some of the participants are live on Facebook.
Okay.
Okay, so somebody who a sanguine personality typically described as highly talkative. Those that have sanguine personality are highly talkative. They are socially intelligent, but still they have their own faults. So when you go for personality assessment before making your career choice, you feel to be more happy, and that makes things more easy for you. Then we have another set, the choleric. The choleric personality, they are fast and irritable. They tend to be more extroverted. They are described as independent, decisive, and correct. They are very ambitious. This combines with their dominant, result-oriented outlook. They are mostly natural leaders. They are good in leadership. So you see how different personality type is already explaining where somebody can do well. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So now from this personality aspect of this presentation, you can now see where we are describing different types of personality. It's already telling you that if you have a sanguine personality, you have social interests, you are socially intelligent, you can command people's attention, which means somebody, a sanguine, can choose a career in comedy and he will do well. That is why you have to go for personality assessment so that you will be able to make your career choice. And when you make your career choice, I bet you, frankly, it will just happen as if you are putting the right peg on the right hole. And that will facilitate your career. Just like we say that those that have choleric personality, they are very good in decision making. Somebody like that can do well in accounting. They are goal oriented, they are result oriented, and they are natural leaders. Somebody who possesses all this quality can do well in certain place. That is why you need a career counselor that will guide you on where to go and where not to go. And the early we take our children for personality assessment, the better for us. Even as they are, you've already known the personality and so we have a melancholic personality. And leader with melancholic personality tend to be very analytical, detail-oriented. And somebody who has melancholic personality can be a good writer. How personality blends with career choice. Somebody who has melancholic personality can do well in that. One of the qualities is that the person is very, very analytical. He's oriented, which means he's a deep thinker. He's also a deep feeler. So what that simply means is that such person can do well in writing. Such person can do well in lecturing. So if you go for your personality assessment, it makes things easier. It makes things easy for your parents. It makes things easy for your whole community. So another personality type will have phlegmatic. These phlegmatic individuals are relaxed and peaceful individuals. Phlegmatic individuals are relaxed and peaceful individuals. Relaxed and peaceful. So somebody who has a phlegmatic personality tend to relax and peaceful, quiet and easygoing. Quiet and easygoing. Somebody that possesses this type of personality, you will agree with me that he will do well in anything related to medical. But you have to go for personality test where you will discover the component you are made up of and channel your energy there very early. Before, before your early 20, you must have been able to come up with something tangible. You must have had enough knowledge that will sustain you in that particular career that you choose. So I would like to entertain some questions from the audience. And if there is no questions, then I will, in the next few minutes, I will share the slides. And if there's any for career counseling or for personality assessment, I am available. Conclusively, and I want to go to conclusion and recommendation. This presentation on critical assessment of personality and career choice in the 21st century is what we all need. Even if you don't need it, your child needs it. There is a need for us to begin to look inward and consider the position of psychologists in the health sector and in our individual life. Because psychologists don't just focus on mental illness. It is a wrong assumption to say that psychologists their work description centers on mental illness. No. We help people to function better in life. We help people to handle their relationship issues. We help people to solve their difficult problems. We help people to discover themselves. So, and until psychologists come at the center of health, at the center of our career, we may not actually get it right. And that is why there is a model to health which is called biopsychosocial. Biopsychosocial. You see, that bio has to do with the physiological aspect of health. Then psycho has to do with the psychologist. Then the social has to do with some social workers. So the psychologists are at the middle, and the doctors cannot get it right. Psychologists did not include psychologists in their middle. Then they put their knowledge together. That's when we start to get things done and right the way it is expected. So my recommendation is people should access psychological support. That when you access psychological support, that does not mean you have gone mad. No. Meet with a psychologist either online or offline. Meet your potentials, your inner abilities, help you to harness your experiences so that you know where you can fit in life, you know where you can do well in life. With this little presentation of mine, I believe you will agree with me that the right time to talk about personality and career choice is now, especially in this 21st century. You need it, I need it. Let's take the message to others. Thank you for listening. I am open for your questions, and I am ready to respond to your questions. And if anybody needs career counseling or whatsoever, or relationship issue or whatever thing you are passing through, and you want to speak with a psychologist, or you want to email me, or you want to call me, you want to chat me on WhatsApp, you are free. I am going to render that service today for free. But once it passes today, then I have my charge in my office where you have to pay before you access the service. But for today, it is open. You have the right to access. You have the right to approach me for anything, then I will help you to solve the problem. So today is a free day. Even for anger management, whatever relationship issue, and you want to speak with a psychologist, you are free. Today is a free day. Thank you for listening. Moderator, over to you. If you have anything to say, then you can add it up. Then I'm also open for questions. You can ask your questions.
Thank you so much for this very informative session, sir. We will ask our
Okay.
participant
Thank
to
you
put,
too.
we will ask our participant to put your question in question box. We will try to provide answer by Dr. Godwin, sir.
Okay. Hello, I can't hear you from here.
I think no one has any questions, sir. Thank you so much, all the
Okay, you
participants.
have a question?
No, sir, no one
Okay.
has any question. Thank you so much, all the participants, for your active participation. Let me inform to all that this
Okay.
complete session will be available on our Business Rozgar YouTube channel. So if you want to watch it again or want to share it to somebody, please do visit Business Rozgar YouTube channel. Thanks. And last but not the least, thank you, Obaji Godwin sir, for
Okay.
taking out this time for session. With your permission, I would like to end today's session here.
Okay, that's no problem. If
Thank
there is any question that the audience asks in the YouTube channel or in the Facebook channel, you can forward it to me. You have my WhatsApp, and if any of them want to speak with me in person, don't hesitate to give the person my number to chat me up, so that we solve this problem of personality and career choice once and for all, especially in this 21st century. And in the subsequent presentation, if you think I will feature in, don't hesitate to contact me. Over to you, moderator.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. Do have a wonderful